Good evening. This is Melissa with the Swoosh.com and welcome. I am doing a review today of Lulu, which is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the play of the week. I said that on yesterday's play of the day video. I said, oh, this is actually could be the play of the week. And it is the play of the week. Why? Look at the move it had today. Look at the move it had yesterday. And it's amazing. Target yesterday was 62. There was a dream target, and it almost got there today. Look at this. So from the call I made yesterday in Lulu, the stock has dropped now $6.50. From the call that I made today in Lulu, it dropped, over $4. So this is the type of thing that, this is a reason why you want to trade gaps. To understand and know what's going on here in the overall picture of the day of the gap, which was yesterday, to trade it. And I followed this through really into the close yesterday, which was, what was yesterday? Tuesday? Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Boy, this week's gone fast. And didn't like any gaps this morning. Okay, I typically look for new gaps on the day and didn't like anything this morning. So this didn't gap today. Okay, I want to be clear of this. This actually did not gap. In fact, this actually gapped up. I read this correctly today, though. Why? In the fashion that it's set up, it was a continuation gap, which is something that actually I've invented. Like everything else that I've done, I didn't used to do these at the beginning when I even created my own system. It was started after I started trading these kind of guys here, the actual day of the gap. I realized, I don't even remember when, over the course of time, just trading, following stuff, watching it, seeing the things follow through, how amazing that these things can turn out to be. Not only the day of the gap, but then in through and on to themselves. I actually think this is just going to rest a little bit tomorrow. That's the one thing I think on this here. I don't think it's going to break on through just yet. It could. I mean, it could drop on tomorrow. I mean, the target's 62. Even I myself, with the call that I did in this today, was a little surprised how nicely that it traded and continued and kept dropping and kept dropping. Every time it hit an area, I said, it's lower, it's lower, it's lower. And I was saying that in the room. And the bottom line is that when something gets to have the full-on selling into it of the pressure, it's under pressure. The stock's under pressure. That's what's going on here. You can actually feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it when I'm trading these, when I'm in them, when I see them, when I'm watching them, when I'm staring at them. I can feel the pressure of the break. And that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happened here today. Look at this chart. Look at this 15-minute. Oh, yeah, it's just beautiful. So today it opened up here and gapped up. Why? With the market. So I knew this was nothing today and actually was going to continue. This is the only thing I had 100% conviction in today actually was Lulu to continue. I didn't like any new gaps. Opened up there, was aggressive, and fell off a cliff. It just fell off a cliff. In fact, if you didn't do the aggressive entry on this, there was two calls in this. The first one was aggressive. I even thought the second was aggressive. Why? Because the rally back up into it, then rallied back up into itself, into the low here. And I said, oh, wait a minute. And then it fixed itself really, really quick. And then it basically set itself here. Actually, can't even see it that well here in this one, but this is what it did. It set itself right, ready to go. Okay? And was good. This was a really nice move today in this. So ideally, I really thought 62 yesterday, the second day of the gap, it had a bigger move than it actually did the first day, to be honest with you. And when this spike happened up here and it bounced off the number of the whole number here, this is a bounce that happened off of 66. No, here it was. Here was the first one. And then this was the crazy spike that happened. After that, it was lower. But how did you know that exactly in the moment? Because it did a crazy spike. It's these kind of things where you take the trade, and from where it was the setup in the morning initially out of the gate was such a huge trade. By the time it did the spike, here, let's go look at it. It's really tough to hang through these things, through these kinds of spikes. And I said to everyone in the room today, listen, it's impossible to think you're going to get out of the exact low. Impossible. I do think it is possible to be absolutely perfect in entries, which I am. Although getting the exits and the targets and following them through and managing them down with the stops and things and lowering your stop is a skill and a technique that you will maneuver through time and continue to be on a road where you're changing it, because your size has a lot to do with this at this point. When you're in something, you're up so crazy amount of money when something drops like $2.50, almost $3 from the first trade, and it does something like this. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? And this here, to me, after it did it, I knew it was going to go. But in the moment after this happens, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, though. This was a machine. Ay. Look at that thing. So after this, it was kaputzi for that. This was it. This machine that happened here, boop. I went right up to the number, and it dropped off hard after that. I got to think of a way to deal with these kinds of things here, to where to really, really actually put the stop or even take a new trade in here. I got to work on this, because it's dropped $2 from that spike. This is actually another entry. I got to do some work on these. Seen them so often here. Look at that. It was all after that. But the trade I called was all the way back up here in the morning. And to be honest with you, the setup that I called, it was just the action, the trading action, really the trading action that occurred in the movement initially in the morning that I saw. I saw it happen live. And this is why I think it's good to do one thing well. When you focus on one thing really, really well, you can see things that happen in a way that maybe nobody else would, before they actually drop out of the sky. Because otherwise, where are you getting in this? I mean, if you didn't know this was going to go today, where did you get in this? You know what I'm saying? There was no clean entry in the 5. There wasn't. You would have been shorting something just dropping out of the floor. With the floor somebody just pulled the floor out under this today and it dropped. So you're going to just short it when it keeps dropping? No, you've got to get an exact entry, which I called in this twice this morning out of the gate. And I'm studying this thing here with this poppy tail. I gotta look at that over the weekend. Anyways, this is Melissa with the StockSwoosh.com. This is the play of the week. This is Lulu. Beautiful, beautiful trade I did yesterday. Today, this is the only thing I had 100% conviction it was going to have the follow through. I was looking for the 62 target yesterday. Almost got to it today. Low of this today was 63.52, I think. Yeah, 63.52. And could have just bled even farther into the close. I think this is a rest day for Lulu, though, tomorrow. Fabulous, fabulous performance in this stock if you know how to trade it and know how to pick gaps. And if you'd like to learn more information on how to find, rate, pick, and play bearish gaps like this, or gaps at all, reach out to me and email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. I'm doing a class this weekend on gaps, June 15th and 16th. If you'd like more information, email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Thanks, everyone, and have a great night.